Hello everyone, welcome to lesson 39 of my PySimpleGUI lessons. In today's video, we're going to be finishing the second part of the two videos on menu bars. This lesson is going to be an add-on from last lesson. Alright, so let's put last lesson's code back in. So we imported PySimpleGUI as SG, and then we created the menu. Inside the menu, we had a file. The hotkey was Alt F, and then inside this we had another layer of menus. We had new project, open, save as, rename file, rename project, and then we have 3 hyphens. This makes a line in between. And we have settings, that's the first, and then second one, we have edit. This one, the hotkey was and Alt E, and then for this one, the list, we had undo typing and redo. Undo. And for redo, it was uninteractable, so we had to put an exclamation in front to make it non-reactable. And then 3 hyphens again to make the line, and cut and copy. And then over here, I think I forgot other settings. That's what was missing, because normally we have 2 after this 3 hyphens. And the last line, we had help. The hotkey was Alt H, I believe, Alt H. And then we had contact support, debug log settings, so 3 hyphens, and then 2 after this. So check for updates and the about. And then we put this in a layout. Inside the layout, we had the menu and then 5 input text elements. And then we had the square brackets here. Then at the very end, we defined the window. Python learning and the layout, while true, event and values equals window.read. We can print the event and the values. If event equals none, then we break, and then we close the window at the end. Okay, so this was what we left off last class. Let's run it. We have the file, the edit, redo is unable to be clicked, help, and we could use the Alt keys, Alt F, Alt E, and Alt H. Oh yeah, by the way, these 5 input text elements are used to make the width and height bigger. That way we can see all of these. Alright, for today's video, we're gonna be, first, let's show an attribute. For the menu, we can also add a key to this. Let's call this one menu, all caps. And then now, when we run this, and then we press, like, say, open, then for the key menu, which is this one, it would be open. And then if we don't have this line, I'll show you what happens. Then we press open, it would just be 0. We don't want that. We want another key. So key is menu. Alright. And then the other ones, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, these are the 5 input text elements here. The first one is 0, so that's why it ends at 4. And open is the event. So like if we were save as, that would be the event. If we press other settings would be the event, and you can't click redo. Alright, next let's introduce tear off. Tear off is another attribute for the menu. It's a boolean, either true or false. If this is true, then once we run this, there is a new top line. This top line, we can click it and it tears off into this. We can tear off multiple of the same thing like this, and we can still select them like this. We can tear off anything like this. Yeah, so you can tear off. And after tear off, we can give keys to any of these ones inside individually. So let's say we wanted to give a key to open. We put 2 colons, and then let's say 2 hyphens and open all caps. This way, when we press open, this still shows open. It doesn't show these 2 colons and the key, but when we press this, the event is with this whole thing. That way, we can differentiate the different opens if we have multiple on the menu bar. And adding on to this, we can also make an event here. If event equals open, and then let's just make a pop-up saying good job. And then now, if we press open, it would be good job. By the way, this doesn't have to be 2 colons, it can also be 3 colons. This still doesn't really make a difference. Unlike the hyphens, it has to be 3. This one, as long as it's bigger than 2. If there's only 1, that doesn't work, unfortunately. When we do this, it would show this whole thing. We can add like multiple colons and it would only show open, as long as it's bigger than 2. But since this one only has 2, it would not activate this event. Like if we clicked it, this pop-up would not show up, since this and this is different things, are different things. Alright. And lastly, I wanted to show you how we could make more than 2 layers of menus, since I realized I've only been showing 2 maximum. So now, let's say we wanted to make a new menu layer under new project. So after we write another set of square brackets, and inside this, we can write something. Let's just add 2 terms in here. Let's say new and new scratch file. Scratch file. That mimics these new and new scratch file right here. Alright, so now when we press file, new project, we are able to see these 2 new terms from here. And another thing to notice is you could also tear this one off into its own window, like this. Alright, so that's all about menu bars. This concludes lesson 39 of my PySimpleGUI course. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. And remember, work, code, succeed, with Work for Tuition's lead.